It's not looking good for Sadiq Kahn, ruthlessly driven from church this Sunday. In a shocking turn of events, Sadiq Khan, the once untouchable mayor of London, faced a public backlash that can only be described as unprecedented. Driven from a church service in what many are calling a betrayal of the very people he vowed to serve, Khan's political future hangs in the balance. This moment signifies more than just a spat between a politician and his constituents, it's a clarion call for accountability in leadership during a time when trust is more critical than ever. The implications of this incident are profound. At a time when the country is grappling with the aftermath of Brexit and the growing discontent surrounding the cost of living crisis, Khan's perceived abandonment of his principles raises urgent questions. Many fear that this could be a turning point in British politics, reminiscent of the tumultuous days leading to the Brexit vote, where the populace felt unheard and marginalized. The stakes are high, and the British people will not forgive easily. Critics argue that Khan's actions reflect a broader trend of disconnect between politicians and their constituents. His recent decisions, often labeled as controversial, have alienated many who once viewed him as a champion of progressive causes. As political analyst Jane Smith points out, this is not just about Kahn, it's about the erosion of faith in local governance. The parallels to historic elections where leaders fell from grace are chilling. Just as voters turned against leaders who failed to heed their calls, we may be witnessing a similar uprising today. The events of this Sunday, where Kahn was publicly confronted in a place traditionally reserved for reflection and community, only deepen the narrative of a leader out of touch with his electorate. Instead of uniting his city, Kahn has become a symbol of division, and his critics are quick to remind us that this has consequences. This could mark a new era of influence, warns political strategist Tom Richards. If Kahn cannot regain the trust of Londoners, we might see a shift that reshapes the political landscape. Moreover, the timing is critical. As the nation stands at a crossroads, the implications of Kahn's current standing resonate beyond the confines of London. The growing discontent reflects a broader struggle between the government and the governed, a fight that has historical roots dating back to the tumult of the 1980s. The echoes of past conflicts, where leaders were ousted for failing to deliver, are loud and clear. Political figures like Boris Johnson and Keir Starmer are already eyeing this situation as an opportunity. Both have made moves to capitalize on Kahn's vulnerabilities, with Starmer's Labour Party positioning itself as the alternative. This is a moment for Labour to reclaim its narrative, says analyst Rebecca Jones. If they can harness the public's disillusionment, we could see a monumental shift in the upcoming elections. Many fear that if Kahn's leadership continues to falter, it may embolden other leaders to disregard the will of the people. The lessons of history are not lost on us. The rise of populism in recent years has shown that voters are ready to rally against perceived injustices. The question now is whether Kahn can pivot from this debacle or if it will spell the end of his political career. As the dust settles from this Sunday's events, one thing is clear, the political landscape is shifting. The once reliable support Kahn enjoyed is now under siege, and the urgency of the moment cannot be overstated. This isn't merely about a politician's misstep, it's about the very future of governance in our democracy. The fight for legitimacy and accountability is more crucial than ever. In conclusion, the British people stand at a pivotal moment. This is a call to action for all who care about the integrity of their leaders and the future of their communities. As the narrative unfolds, we must remain vigilant and engaged. Like, subscribe, and join the growing movement demanding transparency and responsibility from those in power. The struggle for our democracy continues, and now is the time to make our voices heard.